But did you?
Oh, there it is. I hear sound. Look.
Is it coming through?
Yeah.
It's coming through! Yay! It's almost like we haven't ever done this before. Speaking of which, I need to go grab a cup of water.
Shit.
Welcome in, everyone. We are just painting to paint. First episode of the new year. We're super excited. Hope you had a great new year. Hope you had a great holiday season. Yeah, we're just here to hang out. That's it. Feel free to chat. Please follow the channel if you haven't already. Please consider subscribing if you have the money for it. We understand that it's tight right now, but we would love it if you would subscribe. Be on the lookout for stuff coming up soon on our socials, Twitter, Instagram. We have a TikTok. We have a YouTube channel. Yeah.
We do have a TikTok.
Yeah, we
forget
do have
about
that. So just hang out. Watch us paint. We're going to be chatting throughout the night for about the next 2 hours. Whatever you want to talk about. Tell us what your best gift you got for Christmas was, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I will be right back.
This is one of the gifts that I got. We talked about wet palettes at some point before, but I got an actual like Army Painter brand wet palette, which is so dope. From what I was using last episode, just a big glow up. Yeah, I had a very good Christmas. I had 6 Christmases, I think, in total. It was exhausting, but it was a lot of fun. It was very nice to have that 4-day weekend, because being a state employee, we got Christmas Eve off as well, because the governor gave it to us. And I got New Year's, so I got 2 4-day weekends in a row. It was sick. 4-day weekend we had for Christmas, I was super busy literally the entire weekend, and then the 4-day weekend for New Year's, I didn't do shit. It was super relaxing.
Alright, finally brought the goods in.
That good.
Yeah. Sorry about this orb of light right here. It's causing this, which we somewhat need. This is the best I could do, because I am not a pro.
That's right.
But I'm working on stuff that Chris got me for Christmas, so.
I just went and picked up this big griffin today. He's a lot bigger than the previous griffin that was kids. And this is already about twice. This smaller one is already about twice as big as the griffins from the pre-painted line. So like this thing compared to it is just an absolute monster.
Oh, also, I hope you like the dice I got. I asked what your favorite color was, and I was told yellow, so I just picked some yellow dice.
Alright, how do I want to paint this griffin?
That is a good question. Traditionally? I mean, you know me, I'm always traditional.
I already have like 4 or 5 of the pre-painted tiny griffins, and they're all painted on. And then I have some of the Hierarchus Sphinx minis that are basically black griffins that are about this size. But this like uber griffin, I don't know if I want it to be like a, I mean, I would call it an arch griffin, but like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what I want it to look like.
Hey, that is literally no problem at all. You won the giveaway, which was probably, like Chris said, the easiest giveaway, but I'm happy I could get you something for the Christmas holiday that hopefully you will use for years to come. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome in. We are just painting stuff.
So what kind of, I guess I would base it off of a combination of a bird and some sort of feline. What combo would I want to... For anyone who sees that I'm like looking off screen here, I do have my laptop over here next to me. You can probably faintly see my glowing red keyboard.
Currently I'm painting this lady of the flame, I guess I could say. Chris got me for Christmas. Stuff I wanted to finish up on her. Specifically just getting some like highlighting done spaces. Because I think that specifically just
a blue jay colored griffin.
that would be cool.
I'm also seeing a flamingo colored griffin, which
That would be
like
fun.
I don't know how I would use the flamingo griffin.
When you have a Florida themed game.
Right?
Yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed the holidays. I know for the most part I was definitely eager to get back. I'll probably do it. Recommended. Go for that. Dark blue.
Just at the extremities, like I think like the horns, maybe a bit on the hair, and then like her hands, and then maybe those really long tendrils.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
a
going
little bit.
red on the temples too because I want it to be, because that's going to be the where the flame is dying. Quote, unquote. I got a lot of food for life. Like you can ask Hunter, Mom, Crazy on Amazon got like a ridiculous amount of food on noodles and stuff like that.
Hmm.
She was like, "You use this, don't you?" And I was like, "Yeah. I mean, not as much as this seems to make me think that you think we do, but yes, we."
This is exciting.
Oh God, man, she looks so cool. Love this. I'm all highlighted.
Oh shit. Okay, so we're just gonna go. I guess I go. Of course. One of the other gifts I got was my girlfriend bought me this watch, which is upside down right now.
It is a very nice watch. Kimmy does have very good taste.
I picked it up.
Well, you have very good taste.
She asked me about buying a watch. I don't remember what had brought it on, but I knew about movement watches from 5 years ago when they were sponsoring like every fucking podcast and like every YouTuber. Like, I remember the Adventure Zone had sponsored stuff from them, Funhouse and Achievement Hunter. Yeah, but I gave her I went on their website and she's like, "Oh, send me whichever one," and I couldn't pick between 5 of them. And this is the one we ended up picking up. I wear a lot of gray, which is really nice.
Hey Stearnsy, how you doing?
Stearns.
Yeah. Some of the table treatment. I appreciate you coming in and stopping by.
I always love seeing y'all in here.
Yeah. That was such a chance happening. Like, it was so weird.
Right.
And it's blossomed into this wonderful friendship.
I haven't had too much opportunity to catch you guys' streams.
Stearnsy's got his own channel. Their own channel.
Oh, well, yeah, but the Table Troop in general haven't had too much opportunity.
That's some cool stuff. I really like. Billy's got his own channel too, and he's doing great. He's been phenomenal friend and streamer ally. He's really good at getting people out there. So shout out to Ben Kai Billy. Love you. You're amazing. You have an amazing beard. You have good taste.
Fucking, that's one of the things I'm always most jealous of, is like good beards. I cannot fucking grow facial hair for the life of me. Like I have a, the goatee, And it grows in well enough. Like, it's solid. I can't fault, like, my goatee for being what it is, but, like, I really wish I could get it to grow on the sides and be nice and thick. But alas, genetics said, go fuck yourself. Okay, this brush is not big enough.
Sick. Oh, I love it. Ah.
I don't want to say I'm never wrong, but like
Chris. There's a reason I ask you things when we're painting together. I trust you when it comes to painting things because it's almost like you have an art degree.
almost.
Oh no.
Huh. You might want to throw a sealer there and hit the chains.
I don't know if I have a dull cut. Well, I do have a dull cut.
I would wait till after everything. Because, I mean, fire isn't necessarily shiny or glistening. There's nothing wet about it.
No, it looks like this.
Yeah, which you could do on the remaining base. You could just do like a yellow glaze over.
Yeah.
Cover up that white.
You have that yellow contrast.
Yeah, same spot it always is. There somewhere. That's the yellow glaze. The contrast is below it. Down, bottom row.
It's not going to affect the black.
Nope. Yeah, I spent so much money on improving like my bedroom over the starting in January. I bought a new bed and a new matching bed frame, which Wheeler knows I didn't used to use a bed frame. Like I had a box spring, but I used like milk crates as risers because I wanted a lot of like room underneath my bed. I almost had it like a loft bed pretty much. Because I used to live in like a really small 2-2 for a little bit, and the space underneath my bed was like super crucial. But I finally stepped up and got a real adult big boy bed frame with my big boy job money, and it's just so nice. I lay like as soon as I unrolled my mattress and like let it decompress. Oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. It's the best purchase I could have possibly made. My old mattress, I got when I first started college, and it was used then. Like, it was just a hand-me-down from the previous people who lived there. Like, I have no fucking idea how old that mattress is, and yes, it's super gross that, you know, I was using someone else's old used mattress. Like, but I was a broke-ass college freshman. Like, what the fuck was I gonna do?
I mean, my first mattress was that I got Stephen Bernie did.
Stephen Bernie's his birthday was yesterday. Because I saw his post. I was like, "Thank you all for the birthday wishes," and immediately my mind went to Steve.
Where was I when I heard that? Oh, thanks, Saint Meow. I appreciated it. I love that you continue to subscribe at Tier 2 month in and month out. You're our biggest fan for sure.
Baby. I mean, if I wasn't using a Twitch Prime subscription, I would subscribe higher too. I'll probably end up gifting more soon.
Actually, you know what? I do kind of like the yellow on it. I like the white, but I think that's just because I was lazy. Yeah. He was like, when I moved into the backyard, he was like, hey, I don't want to move this mattress. Do you have one? And I was like, no. He's like, cool, you can have this one. I've only slept in it once, so like.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, you've slept in this mattress once. He said, yes. And I said, okay. And it's what size? He's like, it's a queen. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping on a full. My room now is pretty big, but I still couldn't bring myself to upgrade to a queen. Like, one, saving a little bit of money on all the stuff for it by staying at a full. Like, yeah, I just didn't need it to be any bigger.
And I feel you put money into stuff for it.
But yeah, I bought my new bed frame. I bought a new big like L-shaped desk for my workstation, which was supposed to arrive today and didn't. So that was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call up Amazon, or not call up Amazon, but email Amazon like later tonight and be like, hey, you guaranteed delivery by today 'cause it's a Prime item and it said deliver on Thursday since I ordered it last Saturday, and it sure enough didn't get here, so.
I was telling you that
Item is late.
Yeah, wait, I'm not going to get a new one. Chris knows this. I just got my new monitor today. It's big. I did not realize that 27-inch monitors were big until it came out of the box and is sitting on my desk.
I mean, it's literally almost the same size as the TV
yeah.
sitting behind it. Well, because that's only a 32, and they measure it diagonally.
Bigger than the monitor.
That you were
See,
using.
I want two of them, but I don't have two of them money, and I definitely don't have two of them desk space at the moment. Also, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend would kill me if I spent more money. I've already spent it.
Yeah, I ended up having to buy a new TV stand today as well. So I bought a new gaming chair that won't be here for another couple weeks because none of them were available on Prime. But it's beautiful. It's like pink and white. And yeah,
Your current one. I don't think I've seen your setup. We should post those in our the group Discord.
I'll be able to give a big update on mine. Like, I won't be able to show my new room setup until after tomorrow anyway, or after whenever the fuck my desk gets here. This weekend. You didn't do like on the fingertips?
I like the fingertips staying red.
Okay. Valid choice.
Alright. Clean Fire Elemental is Dunzo.
You skip this, whatever this song.
For you. But yeah. She's done. On to the next one. Slowly getting the Hoard in and out. I want to get this guy done. The issue is I don't have the piece for him to look at what he looks like anymore. And I don't know how I want to.
Do you want me to pull up an image of him?
Probably at some point. I'm gonna paint his staff with the wooden tech color on there. And do a lighter wood though.
But yeah, I'm really glad we had this stimulus come through because it pretty much paid for my new bed, my new desk, all of that, and the new TV stand I had to buy today. Because I had to rearrange pretty much my entire room to fit the new desk setup. I had to get rid of an old bookshelf, which honestly needed to go anyway. It was also probably about as old as my old mattress. And it was just absolute garbage. Like, falling apart. but all of the space of all of the books that were stored there needed to be stored somewhere else now. So I had to buy a new TV stand because I also needed to fit my TV somewhere. And regular bookshelves at the height that I was looking at aren't wide enough for my TV because my TV's legs are like out on the edge, out on the two edges of the TV rather than like one base in the middle. So I had to buy an actual TV stand instead of going the cheaper route, being able to buy just a bookshelf.
I'm probably gonna get rid of just I want to see how much it costs. There's an LCD strip in the TV in her room. It's out. So I want to see what it or LCD strip that's out, and I want to see how much it is to replace it, get it redone.
Instead of buying a whole new TV.
Well, yeah, there's no way I'm spending this like that.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to have parents who are like, we're moving. We don't want this anymore. Hold on.
It'll be a cold day in hell before my parents move out of their house. They tried. Like, they said they were going to move to Ohio when some of us graduated high school, and they sure fucking didn't.
Oh. Yeah, Shane, you need a new desk.
Wait, is it...
It's a desk and then a lab.
Oh, both of them are Shane. Okay. Yeah, that's way too small. That bottom one is better, but it's basically like what we're on now.
Yeah. What's the I can't think. What monitors do you have? I was looking for a good set of monitors. I ended up getting a really good one for a good deal on Gigabyte 7.
Yeah, I love curved monitors.
Yeah, I wanted something that had a higher refresh rate so I could see what was going on. Oh my gosh. I was like, there's not that much of a difference. I feel like I'm just spending money needlessly on like stupid stuff.
There's a difference.
And then it came in and I did it and I was like, oh, I understand now. Immediately it got like 100% better. I played some Baldur's Gate for a minute and I was like, wowza, this is...
I can't wait for that to get some solid updates.
Yeah, it got a really good update recently. I think they're finally at a point where they're like, cool, we've patched all that we can in Act 1. So I think they're gonna start moving forward with it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I wanted 144 hertz refresh rate. Oh, geez. Rick. For mine, not that I game on it like ever, but if I wanted to start doing that more, I wanted something that could hold up. So that is why I talked to Billy about this on one of the Discords that we're both in. That's why my GPU is my next upgrade. I had to get something in there that would work. The RX 580 is a great like base level one, but I want something with a little more beef on it, just as a personal preference.
Right. Vegetarian wanting.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Is that a joke?
I mean, compared to you, no, but like, it's long for me, and what I mean by long is thick, because my hair just grows like a bush, not like a vine, like your hair does.
Yeah, I got that fucking... I need a straight hair. Alright, Blue Chungus is done being blue. gotta dry a little bit.
Oh my god, the blue dragon looks so good.
I'll dry brush him white.
Yeah. The color on this is actually pretty good. Compared to the laptop screen, we actually did this. Chris was looking at it earlier because we were looking at some of the new stream overlay stuff that we've got.
I mean, they're not new, but
Well,
they're
yeah, but-
ones that haven't. I made them a while ago, but they haven't been.
They're making their rounds on the way out, but it shows up way better on the computer than it does the laptop's graphics card is also really old. It's only a 1050 Ti.
Yeah, but like it's something about your monitor.
Yeah, for sure.
The laptop screen itself is what's causing the problem.
May have been because I dropped. But I did have to go in, like I told you, go in and reapply the thermal paste. It's just getting way too hot. It was weird. After I did it, I put it back together and I was like, this is a very weird thing for me to be doing. Because I'm just not like a super tech savvy person. Like I understand how certain things work, but like for me to be able to go in and do that was such a weird thing. Yeah, that's some of the issue. Like that's why a lot of people stay with Macs on things because the Retina display is just like so accurate, but it's just so overpriced, and I can't go for something.
Yeah, I really appreciated back in art school having the Macs to do work on. You know, because the software is the same, but owning one myself, not about it.
I love you too, Chris.
I love you, honey.
Hey,
Thank
hey.
you, thank you.
Watch it.
You've been messing with my temper lately. Always got me acting up, questioning my love for you. I feel your hands on my skin now fading, feeling like I'm all alone, yeah. I know you're sad, but baby, honestly, I don't care about the way you feel. 'Cause when it's over, you leave me broken on my knees.
Words is fucked up.
Didn't know I could feel this empty. Don't know if I'm able to move on from you.
Can you make an advert?
Can I make a what?
Advertisement? Word's got an opportunity to be put into a newsletter. And he wants to promote us there.
Oh yeah.
He wants just like the logo, schedule for stuff that we're doing.
Yeah,
and
just give me the dimensions of what it needs to be. Oh, cool.
Shane, if you could message and see if we could get the dimensions for it. I have Discord literally up right there behind us. So
Yeah, what's the pixel width?
Sorry for those of you who are joining and are like, why are you asking one of your people who are watching the stream to do something for you? It's not a common thing, I promise. Or is it? Also, welcome in those of you who are joining us. Please follow the channel. We would love it if you did. And just be on the lookout for new things coming out soon, because there are quite a few. I am excited. I'm excited for Dungeon Brawl to be back on.
Yeah, I've got to make some overlays and finish the logo stuff for that.
Your idea for that was so good, and I'm not going
Was
to talk
the-
about it.
Oh,
Or you can if you want. But like that, it was such a good idea.
I don't remember which one you're talking about. I've had a lot of ideas. With the
You
eyes?
got a figurine, yeah. You got a figurine for Christmas that has to do.
Yeah, that. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Boom! Breaking the fourth wall.
I just unboxed that today because I put it with my other ones because I brought all my. They were living in my cubicle at work. I just brought them home. So I unboxed him to do with the others.
Very hard to tell which piece is which. It's very intricate back-bodied individual.
Yeah. Oh, but Shane, so you were talking about making a basic desk from a sheet of MDF. So back when I lived when me and Wheeler lived together at London Town, in my room, I had literally an 8x4 sheet of plywood that was on like 2 hobby horses.
Yep.
And that was my work table in my room. And I had the master in that house. So of course it was the biggest, but literally that room was big enough for me to have my bed in the corner, that 8x4 work table against like the wall to the left of the doorway. At the foot of my bed, I had a couch.
I remember that. You still have that couch?
Yeah, it's in the living room of my house.
I was about to say, I thought I remember this.
And then I also had a bookshelf and a nightstand, like at either ends. Like, it was so big. Yeah, 4 feet is really deep, and I pretty much like, I have to reach all the way to the other side to get to the back side of it, but I didn't have a lot of storage space outside of my bedroom itself, so it was just always
Until Josh moved out.
Yeah, I had a clear area. And then just it was just covered in like all my supplies, all my paints, all everything else. Just a mountain of stuff. Okay. Your brush is too big.
Using this Or future sounds so deep.
That's what she said.
You said it first, that's why I was laughing.
Well, no, Shane said it, but that was that is what she said.
I forgot my younger brother started getting into this recently.
Mhm.
He is great, but he likes to obsess over things sometimes. So that's what that jokes are like the only thing that he's saying now.
Yeah.
And my parents are like, he needs to stop. And I was like, he's never going to. He's like, that was your first mistake.
Amy managed to binge The Office, like all of it from beginning to end, like from partway through December before it went off of Netflix. Like she literally finished it with half of the day left on the 31st. Yeah.
We are painting literally just pieces that we have available to us. I'm working on a green slot right now because it's what I have currently in my possession. I've just finished a elemental lady. She's a big one, but she's beautiful. I love her. But yeah, that's where we're at.
I'm working on a pair of griffins who are very different from one another.
Can you pull up the green slot? Just like a mini.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, I'm gonna paint these obviously skeleton. But, oh, geez,
I'll hold them up on my phone so that you can have them on your side.
Look at music choice. I was like pushing the water off my brush onto the paper towel. But yeah, we're just working through the stuff that we have on the back end of our stuff. Chris bought me a bunch of minis because I had mentioned that I don't have any mini backlog. I want Hunter to do that young black dragon, or not the young black dragon. I want her to do the black dragon wormling.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I'll have the wormling young and adult, which is
I don't think I've
just shipped, and I'm super excited because it looks beautiful. And I will have the full white set because we painted the white dragons in our last episode. Didn't catch that, it's on YouTube. That was a lot of fun. But I have the wormling, the young, the adult, and I have the ancient on pre-order, and I'm so excited for it to come. It is big.
Let me make sure it's right.
Does he not just in your mind when you see that have like the most aboriginal like Australian accent?
Oh, you fucking cunt!
Yeah. This like.
This is gonna time out after 10 minutes, so just let me know when it starts.
It looks really cool, and now I want to paint belly.
You can. It'll have the undertone of that, but...
Oh, that's his tip. Oh, that's.
Classic.
Yeah. I am going to be posting them into the contest. I asked if Rob, if this is you. I asked you, Billy, if it's you. I asked Rob if I could post the stuff that we painted on stream, and he was like, "Yeah, go for it." And I was like, "Cool." So we are going to do that.
I remember seeing the notice of that in Discord, but I didn't really look at it. No, I did look at it. It's going like all year, right?
It is, Rob. Well, then I asked you, and yes, I am.
Is that the thing that's going all year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to get you on one of these days to join us via Zoom or something on stream so we can paint together, because I love the stuff that you've done.
Yeah, I've been able to look through the stuff that was posted on that new channel a little bit, but... Or did we have the new channel on our Discord? Was it on?
It's on their Discord.
But it's not the new one. Did we just add a minis and pictures channel, or did they?
They
I don't know. I have too many Discords that I'm part of that I can't keep track of, because I have to, like, impulsively clear notifications for all of them.
Again, if I had Skibor money, I would pay to have them shipped over. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. After watching the after watching Matt paint he did some really weird like monster minis from like a Kingdom of the Undead or something.
Kingdom Death Monsters.
Kingdom Death Monsters. I looked up their minis, and I would love to do some of their stuff.
Yeah, they're all part of like, yeah, because they were a Kickstarter deal. But there's so many fucking expansions.
looked at their stuff. If they had more monsters readily available, I would.
Yeah, you gotta get them like secondhand on like eBay for the few people who are trying to sell them. But people don't sell them like single.
But also, why would you sell this? You kickstart it so you didn't get the minis? Like what?
I mean, some people just like to flip stuff, minis included. Like, I don't want to call it scalping, but you know, like you buy them with the intent to belong them and sell them.
That's actually what's going on in that. Yeah, we have access to 2 3D printers at the moment. Chris has one that you're working on getting back up, or
Oh, it's working. I just haven't been using it, and the last time I tried to use it, all my prints were failing, so I have some sort of troubleshooting that I need to do on it, but it's working fine.
yeah. And Shane has one too, so if he wants to send us minis, the same for him.
Yeah, mine's, I have an Elegoo Mars, a resin printer, but Shane's is that new fancy, like, CNC / whatever, FDM printer. I forget the name of it. It's really neat. Also been listening to a whole lot of Beetlejuice the musical again.
So yeah, we. It's funny that you mentioned that.
It's just a random thought that I had, but the tonality of this girl singing sounds a little bit like Sophia and Caruso, just like vaguely.
Yeah.
Really not too similar, but it made me think of it.
Yes, meeting in chat. I love it. Yeah, I want a 3D printer. We actually talked about this. Chris was talking about it when I first started buying more and more Dwarven Forge, because printing terrain would be awesome.
Yeah, if I
Save me
upgrade,
a whole lot of money.
yeah, if I upgrade to the Elegoo Saturn, which has a bigger print bed, I can print like masters of some like solid size terrain pieces, and then just cast and remake them over and over. But I have not done that yet. So he's the opposite. Oh yeah. I realized that doing this as a Blue Jay 2 days after my character got polymorphed into a Blue Eagle is
Kind of funny.
really coincidental.
Well, it's good. Now I'll have, if you ever get through polymorph, well, you won't because you can't get that double spell.
Not even close. No, but what's funny, you had mentioned that it was like Gideon was blue as the eagle when he was polymorphed. I always had it in my head, because obviously that's not like a written rule of what you look like when you're polymorphed, right? Except that that's the animal you're turned into. I always thought of it that wild shape, being that it's like a druid skill, you know, makes you retain elements of your original, because that's cool. But I thought polymorph was more of like, you look just straight up like what it's supposed to be. But that was always just in my mind. Obviously, there's no rules about any of that. So it caught me off guard when you said that, but of course I wasn't gonna do anything because like, it doesn't matter.
We were actually talking about
Plus,
that.
David did the Blue Eagle meme in chat, which made me fucking die.
That was actually one of the topics I brought up when I was on the Table Troop channel to talk about DMing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the fact, because we were talking about how we deal with like rule of cool versus with the sale. We were talking about like rule of cool versus like rules as written, and I was just like, out of everyone, and I was like, it does help when you have people with DMs before playing with you, like you and having you and David play is definitely helpful. But you also are very much the person like who's like, hey, I don't think this is the rule. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is. And you're like, no, I don't think it is. But we'll let it slide for now. And I was like, yeah. I was like, if you find something else, let me know.
We'll figure it out later.
And then like 15 minutes down the line, you're like, okay, so I was right. Here's the information. Which is absolutely the way that situation needs to be handled. It needs to be something that doesn't take up.
Shane, I've had the same thing happen with Shane before, where except it wasn't so much as this is right. It's just like I try to do a thing that in my mind is totally reasonable within like, you know, the flexibilities of the rules, and he's just like, no, I can't do that. Just like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks though. I also have a really weird character build that, you know, not a lot of characters end up shoving motherfuckers off of cliffs. Potentially multiple times per round.
He's never like that. Why I talked about it was specifically because he goes about it the right way.
Oh, I'm so excited about that fucking frying pan though.
Which one?
The one that Umber got. Like, were you not there for that?
I wasn't there last session.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was session before.
Oh, I was there for that. Did you get a frying pan?
Yeah, I bought a frying pan.
Oh. News to me.
It's not just a regular. It's like 18 inches wide, and it weighs 30 fucking pounds.
So it's like a skillet.
Yeah, cast iron.
Ah.
Drop it into a pool of. Just use some water. I'm getting the water. No, the mini. Dunk that fireball in the water. I'm gonna oversaturate that water. Oh, this is gonna suck. A mess. Yeah, but yeah, 18-inch caster frying pan. Yeah, I've never really done a like improvised weapons build character before. Like, it's very entertaining.
Umber's just a fun character too. I think the crazy thing about everyone in that campaign is just like I think a lot of the things that we've done really like go against the norm of what most people do when they make characters. And I love that.
Yeah, my paladin doesn't default to a fucking 1d12 or 2d6 weapon to like maximize smites. No, I'm here to punch people, dude.
Holy punches.
Which is... that's another like weird rules as written interaction, is being able to smite with your fists. Because I think technically RAW you're not allowed to.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Because it's a weapon.
Well, it's not a weapon, but it's a weapon attack.
Well, just wear gloves.
Right. Well, because the idea is like, if you can wear brass knuckles, right, and channel it through brass knuckles, why wouldn't you be able to do it without the knuckles? But
the idea that magic conducts through one more. That's kind of touching.
yeah, I think that that's adding hard rules to Magic, which are totally cool in the right setting. But like, if you went with the whole like Magic conducts the metal thing, that would be a really nice element to add to the game. But you would have to like base your that being true would really affect like the entire game world.
Yes.
That's been one of the fun world building exercises I've been doing recently. Is just like trying to extrapolate all of the effects that something magic related would have on society. Like, I think the Zone of Truth spell was a really interesting one. Because, like, it's a first level spell, and it's pretty much fucking widely available to, like...
Level second.
No, yeah, second, but...
Still widely available.
Yeah. Yeah, Command, Charm Person, Suggestion, those are the ones Shane's saying. Like, any of those would be hugely impactful to, like, society as a whole.
Oh, absolutely.
To where, like, infrastructure would have to be built around their existence.
Well, it's the same thing as, like, anything that has to do charm-wise or scrying-wise. It's like people have to protect themselves from other people seeing what they're doing sometimes. That affects the world in a way that, you know, would have to be built around too. I think that's an interesting study to do on like aspects of magic within D&D that like you have to think about the ramifications of in an everyday use, because it's not like there aren't people who are trying.
Yeah, so like I still am working on my list of ranking all spells into different restrictions. So like, because people always say, oh well, necromancy's forbidden because it's bad, bringing dead people back is bad, but like not actually exploring how other schools of magic would have very, very wide impacts and could be very easily used. Where'd what go? How did you go to a completely other folder?
Literally. Yeah, that spell in real life would be one, really cool, because like it'd be hard to lie. But two would be intense.
Well, yeah, because like an important factor of it is that the person who cast it knows if everyone failed or succeeded their save.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that the person who cast it has to tell the truth to everyone else.
Yeah.
So it, you know, all of your detective agencies and police forces and, you know, your guardsmen, all of them would have tried to seek out people who can learn those second level spells, so the low level paladins and clerics and all that. And it'd be a really widely used tactic because gross. Because like it completely removes the need for like torture and interrogation if you can just fucking
Use that, yeah.
yeah. And tell
Well, that's why I
like.
liked the Cobalt Soul Monk. The fact that you can use like key to make people tell the truth is such a cool concept to me.
That's when the colors start.
But yeah.
Yeah, most of y'all wouldn't know this because, and this is something Blue Jay related as I'm continuing to work on this. My player from Tuesday Night, my artificer Gideon, actually had a homunculus who was a little metal blue jay for a little while, whose name is Bishop. But I haven't used him in quite a while because he was one of the infusions that I was using as Gideon, and I switched out because he wasn't. It's not that he wasn't useful, but there was other stuff that I needed way more, and I didn't get very many opportunities to really like utilize the homunculus as well as I like needed to. Right, like it was just more worthwhile to just have a +1 AC. But I very much like the idea of the Blue Jays. I feel like if Rook was a living creature and not made of metal and shiny silver, he would be, his bird head would be a Blue Jay head.
Yeah, that tracks. Gideon is a very thematic individual. Interesting.
Ooh. Considering America is a fairly religious country, I imagine clerics would not be hard to find. Yeah. Man, imagine like evangelist clerics. Like, would that be a subclass of like the TV evangelist cleric?
Yeah, and instead of wisdom based
have
casting, you're charisma based.
Have a charlatan background. Be more of a fucking bard subclass, really.
That is true.
Fucking school of evangelism.
Just has access to clerical level spells.
Yeah, well, just some of them.
Yeah, like none really that actually do anything. Like the highest you can get to is like lesser restoration. And you can't like revivify or like do any of the actual resurrection magics.
I say even lesser restoration is too much for an evangelist. Like, if we're talking like American evangelist, where obviously, you know, they're not really into it. They're just there to get yachts and to fucking insane on television.
No, Chris, that one guy told me he was blowing COVID away.
Man, early COVID memes. What a wild fucking...
What a wild year last year was.
Fucking season 1. Out times. I don't know, I kind of don't want to talk about current events too much, because, like, I got home yesterday, and I hadn't found out about what happened until after I got home from work, and, like, it made me very upset, like, the rest of the night.
It blew my mind. Like, I don't want to talk about it either. I was just super anxious yesterday.
Yeah. Like, as important as it is, I think, to have conversations about it, I don't think I want to do that right now.
This is a chill environment.
Yeah.
For meditation only.
Getting shit done.
There's no real, like, clear indication as to what some of these pieces are, so I'm just painting them all the same.
He's getting there. Might look weird, because it usually does right until it's at the end. In general, the rarity of spellcasters and the order of quantity skill, wizards are most common, then warlocks, sorcerers, then clerics, bards. Okay. I mean, with their... If you can take a feat to get, you know, those spells regardless of class, I think they'd probably be somewhat evenly distributed. But it depends on the level of magic in the world. You know, if it's high magic, then yeah, I figure wizards are going to be fairly common. I think it would largely depend on which spell list has the most useful low-level spells for a society to have. Because those are the spells and therefore the classes that I think you would see people branching into the most. So with wizards having, I think, a really large spell list base, that does track. I could see that being the case for sure. And sorcerers, warlocks being in the middle, I actually think they would be rarer than. I think sorcerers, being that they're like bloodline related, and warlocks being connected to like other powerful entities, might be a little rarer than, clerics and bards. But I feel like they'd still be pretty close to them. What else has been going on there? Ooh. Oh gosh. Hold on. The chat's going so fast. I missed a whole bunch. Man, imagine though, sorcerers specifically, right? Because if we have a bunch of wizards everywhere and everything else is the same, since sorcerers are like bloodline based, just imagine that suddenly one year there's just a boom of sorcerers everywhere, like whatever bloodline, if it's shadow or dragon or whatever. Sure, you could have a real promiscuous dragon that just got around, or a clan of dragons that dedicated to whatever. But like, I think that would be a pretty interesting like world event. Is just the year that a bunch of sorcerers showed up, especially because they'd be like toddlers.
Yeah, that would
be scary.
Oh, very.
Like the like young Korra up in the Northern Water Tribe, where she's just already Avatar mode, blasting everything. I am the Avatar. Hear me. Okay, what colors next? Switch back to red bowling. Yeah, Chris, you read the Wizard Wild Claire, so yeah. Because warlocks have that like otherness to them that, if that's too common, that sort of doesn't start to make sense anymore. Ooh, that's a fun color. For what? Oh no, I guess it's pretty cool. What are you trying to do with it?
Do the same color.
Oh, I don't know what color you did before. It looks like that's the same one, but it could be that. I think it might be that one. Those are literally almost identical. I actually think the first one's darker. Let's get a wash going on these boards. You gotta try not to leave your brushes face down and point down in water.
Oh, that's my mixture.
Oh yeah. I mean, it'd be a bigger deal if we used expensive brushes, but we don't. Rich enough. I want. That should be better. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes, child. More plot reasons why there might be more warlocks in the team. Yeah, I mean that could be a similar thing to where the sorcerers like all of a sudden like, ooh, there's just a lot of extra worldly forces working to get shit done.
New patron in the cosmos. Who knows? Right?
You know, homies from the far realm just want to come chill. They're trying to buy real estate.
That encounter was probably one of my
Which
it
one?
confused the hell out of me.
Which one?
The one with the green.
Honestly, I don't remember much of it. That was before the stream, right?
Oh, way before.
I only remember it had the little like fucker in a jar.
Yeah. Because I was like, yeah, there's like 13 guys around you.
Oh, that's right. The Sahuagin that weren't really Sahuagin.
No, it was an Elder Oblex that gifted to Bob. He uses it also to make more people battle, so it dissuades individuals.
Yeah, that's clever.
I just loved Ben's like, what?
Sometimes you just have a patron that wants you to steal stuff. Yeah. Sometimes you just have a Kender from Dragonlance as your patron. Who doesn't even think of it as stealing, it's just like they found it. What do you mean stolen?
The famous found this.
Yeah. I forgot there were people out there.
Yeah. There's another person who lives in this house.
Oh gosh.
When we get more...
But see, no, because we shouldn't have a channel in the Discord for us to conspiracy theory, because you will just straight up use that as like a jumping off point to do even worse shit than what we're thinking. Because I know from experience that I've done that exact thing to my players in my Sunday game. I ask them what they think is going on, and then I use it.
When we get more campaigns done on the stream, we should have a conspiracy theory page in the Discord for people to come. Like, try to guess it. you guys have any? I mean, you guys already technically have started doing that. With your fucking bets. Which I think was hilarious. Like, what a funny argument.
You're welcome.
You guys were like, I wonder what we're gonna show up against us in here. Taking bets.
I'm going to continue picking dragon until it happens.
I really want the end of a session.
Sky Ghosts fucking got me.
That was so funny. That was just such a good.
Like, that would have absolutely been an Astra thing to say, but like it still made sense.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly want a session to end where like you guys are about to fight a dragon, and the end of it is just you being like, "Well, I won the pot." Or like a told you guys. Bullshit. Issue is these little like pieces that are on his shoulders are bone pieces.
Yeah.
About 30 minutes left. You get some good headway and stuff. Interesting. Warfare.
I mean, I'll start to worry when you pull out painting the Alhoon.
Remember, if it comes out,
Yeah, you were gonna do it anyway, you just wouldn't have a name for it.
I want to set up a poll soon. This is for anyone who's watching on the Discord and on our Twitter, or just like what you want to see us paint, because I want to do a backlog of it just so we have everything set up for the next 2 months or so. Because I think that would.
Whoa. Ooh.
Now, nothing specific, just not the red.
Yeah, but like, what is it going on? Is it Twitter? Is it going on like?
I'm assuming this.
Oh, okay.
That is pretty cool. Ow, my neck. Whoa, the COVID away. I want to save the fruit until we do like the chicken series.
Well, they have what, 3 of them? They just don't have the Dow, right?
No, I thought they did. The Dow's coming up.
Oh, I don't remember.
I do. I think so. It's a very... Switching over. I'm doing a little bit of switching. Gonna paint some intellect development. We have one.
It's also extremely small, and you'll be able to do it in 8 seconds.
This is a pretty cool skull. Give me a lot of like.
Yeah, I kind of wish you could crack that, well, that back bit. You probably can.
Oh, you absolutely can. Cool.
Because it's gonna be fucking impossible to paint his backside with those things there.
I'll probably cut it off. Thanks to everyone who's come out tonight. We really appreciate it. We still got about 20 or so minutes left on the stream. We may go till 9:30. We'll see. But if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure Critical.
It's exciting.
Better yet, I think I did fix it. I think that's the one I used to figure it out. Also, if you have any questions while we're doing this or afterwards, feel free to shoot us up on, hit us up on our socials, either at the stream or our individual socials. We follow the stream socials, and I post regularly, tweet regularly. So, if you do have any questions or you'd like to ask a question, even if it's not about mini painting, maybe about D&D or life in general, feel free to reach out to us.
This is the same song again.
I'm not directly plugged into the drop last. Fluid, apply, test the room temperature, clamp it. Clamp for 2 hours. That's
Yeah, I have some of my glue with me. Yeah, make up a whole lot of that first act. Leaving the Nautilus. Yeah. I mean, they'd have to be really nerfed in order to be survivable, so it would, I don't know, be pretty strange.
It never ceases to amaze me how balanced, like how well people balance games to make it so that like you know where you're supposed to go, but also like it won't allow you to hit a specific point where you're at. Specific. Like it's genius to me.
Level design, yeah. Yeah, honestly, those, I might just hit those with, like the purplish, reddish, I actually don't think I have the, yeah, I don't have it, but,
Never mind. The bottom's on.
but just like on a small mini like that.
You need to see that there's a brain. That's about it. Whoever bought it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Adventure Time's super good.
That one.
Nice.
What a good.
In what?
The
Hmm?
I'm not gonna talk about it much.
Yeah.
But like, what a good like.
I mean, yeah, it almost comes across as like fan servicey, but like it makes sense.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of fans of obviously, you can't appeal to a fan base constantly. Fan wanted to really equipments. But before I met Hunter, there was no one I knew that.
I had to show Kimmy all of
Yeah, I had to show one.
I should've known right from the start that you were gonna
I'm
break
also like one of
my
those people who
precious heart. I know it's true love makes you
I love the prequel trilogy.
'cause now I see what
Phantom
lies
Menace is my
behind.
favorite.
The promises they went on and on.
One, because Qui-Gon Jinn.
Coming home only to prove you want
The fact
me.
that Disney had put his lightsaber up for
You
Lydia
made a fool
is, in my
of me,
opinion,
a fool of me.
but that's just me.
For you to come home, good times and bad times, the moments
Oh, look at that. Oh, what they are.
waiting for something so bold.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Tell me your love went cold. You fool me good. You fool me good. You fool me good. I give it to ya. You fool me good. You fool me good. You fool me good. I give it to ya.
Good one,
You
Mike.
say
You
you
got
wanna
12
save
minutes
me,
left.
you save me, but then you go and break me, you broke me, yeah. And all this time you made me,
Chat with chat.
goodbye. The promises they went on and on about how you're coming home, only to prove you want me. The make believe it went way too deep. You made a fool of me, a fool of me. You had me waiting for you to come home.
Anyone received any good news recently? Just like out of the blue. Some positive vibes.
I mean, me working remotely is pretty good, man. Literally, I haven't been staying at my own house since fucking March. That hasn't been feasible.
I should have
But
known right
finally it is
from
again.
the start that you were gonna break
Not that I haven't enjoyed living with
precious heart.
a girlfriend, but like,
I know it's true love makes you blind.
there's just something about having her.
'Cause now I see what
Yeah.
lies
I
behind.
feel ya.
You had me waiting for you to come home. Good times and bad times, the moments you stole. You had me waiting
Hi,
for
Travis.
something so bold.
Good, Travis. Apparently his new truck already has something wrong with it, so it's in the shop right now.
Is it a new truck or is it?
Yeah, it's a 21 Ranger.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Hoard's. What are you gonna do?
I am in the market. I'm looking at a cross track
Alright.
with a nice hybrid before playing the move.
Don't know where y'all are going yet? I forgot if I am.
We're looking at Boulder. Might be moving Denver, Aurora area. Still walking down the same. It will very, 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 very heavy on what's going on. Because that is so far we are pretty positive that they are getting the opportunity to move. So if that is the case, Jefferson. Really feasible. One, because it would be in a house.
Yeah.
Like it, not that owners. Please. Oh man. For the pink and the OG.
Yeah.
Sepia or shade, less shade.
Let's shade. Are they doing each other's nails in there? Hell yeah.
Perfect. Cool. They're done.
This one. Rolling stuff. They're just reverse grip tweezers. Like, if I want something to stay off the ground while it's drying,
Oh, that's
or if I'm trying to hold a really small piece.
We got 3 minutes left, folks. We'll be done for the night.
Which way? Definitely not done.
I assume that
Yeah.
you have 2 minutes left. For those of you who are still in chat, throw out what you'd like to see us paint next, if we can. Like I said, we're going to post some polls to get things out so we can see. And once that happens, we'll pick up the minis for it. See what we can do. We are trying to branch out a little bit and make sure that we're not just going with the Nolgers, but they're the most readily available. We have looked into doing Libra miniatures, obviously, is a big one. Rob has mentioned Ski-Born miniatures, which I have looked into. I'd like to do some of. If you have any 3D prints you'd like us to do, please let us know. We have access to 3D printers. We'll try to get those printed and paint them. But yeah, if there's anything you'd like to see, let us know. Alright, it was officially... I mean, feel free to, Shane. Honestly, I want to do more Dragon Minis, and one episode this year happens to be right before my birthday, so...
He is a friend.
What is your Blue Jay Griffin?
Who's not quite done.
Yeah.
There's also a very dark one who is also in the works here, but you know, he's not as far along. He has to come back up a whole lot. He's so small.
The tiny. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight's episode, and then that's what I finished over. She is a beauty. I love her.
That nice work on the base.
Good old Mordant Earth. But that'll do it for tonight's episode. Thank you for those of you who joined us. We really appreciate it. Please follow the channel if you haven't already. If you haven't also already, follow us on our socials. Specifically, join our Discord. Just put an announcement out. Shane did, about some stuff that's coming up. Super excited about it. I told you it was on the way. It is. Yeah. Please consider subscribing if you have the money for it. We understand it's a hard time, but we appreciate any and all love that we can get. Yeah. No episode for the Minds game next week. We might. What's your?
Figure it out.
Okay. We may have a stream on Sunday for Back at Stylus, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, no the Minds game next week. I will be on vacation. But thank you for joining us again. Have a good night. Watch some Critical Role. I think it's back. Not 100% certain.
Could be.
And make sure you follow our socials so you can see pictures of these. All right. That's it. Thanks for joining us. Again, I've said it like 5 times now because I don't know what else to say.
Good night.
Good night.